Today we are on my farm account and we are going to do a video about the migration because there are a lot of questions that need to be answered, and yeah, we are going to try and cover, like, fill in the blanks that the developers didn't explain. So I'm Paramount Chief on this account and I will handle the migration for region 10. And by the way, if you want to join region 10, feel free to contact me on Discord. Everything will be, like, all the links and stuff will be down below in the description. But if, like, for whatever reason you can't use the description or whatever, you can always like go to a region, like you enter 10 right here, 600, you search for it, and then you click on the Paradise Oasis position, and then you will be able to read the Paramount Chief statement. And yep, you got all the details there. But today we are going to talk about the settings. So if you are Paramount Chief, this video is made for you. If not, you might still learn a thing or two, but I will be mainly talking about Paramount settings. Like, obviously it will concern the people who join a region as well, but only the Paramount Chief can set up these things. So you got a button right here called relocation, and this is where the magic happens. Okay, so if I click on there, I have an interface with immigration application. So here we got a few important information. First, we got the current requirement on level. By default it is 25. This is because my region is old. The default requirements on level is lower if you are, like, on a new a region that isn't as old as mine. Like, it depends on the region age. So mine is pretty old. I'm on region 10, so by default it is set up to 25. The level that they are talking about right here, it's the chief hall. So to go to a region, as I mentioned in my first video, you have to be chief hall level 14 or above. Okay, but if the Paramount Chief set it up to 25, if you are not chief hall 25, you won't be able to send an application to join the server. So if you want, like, to allow lower chief hall to join your region, I suggest that you lower it. And so to lower it, you have to go to settings right there, but we are going to go over that a bit later. And obviously you can't lower it under 14 because chief hall under level 14 can't even migrate at all. So you also have immigrants whose power higher than this rank need approval right here. Okay, so this is currently set to 150 on my server, on my region. What does it mean? It means that if I go to my rankings right there and chief power, anyone with power that is above our 150th member, he won't be able to join without approval. This is what it means. Okay, so this is a really important setup if you want to control who is coming more easily, because the higher you set the rank, the lower the power, and therefore people will struggle a bit more to fit the requirements and enter without any approval needed. So yeah, if you want to have, like, the highest control possible, I suggest that you set it up to 150, but you also have to understand that if you do that and you're not very active on the actual day, anyone whose power is under that and with the default chief hall level will be able to join. And these people have very low power, obviously, because they are under your 150 ranked players. So yeah, I really don't recommend to set this solo if you are not going to be very active on the, during the migration period. Otherwise, your region is just gonna get filled with low power levels, like low power people. And when you will want to accept the players that have applied, you won't necessarily have the spots in your region to accept them. So yeah, that's about it. So you go to settings, and right here, first line is for the chief hold level, so you can set it up between 14 and 25. I haven't tested out, but yeah, but developers, they said that you could like modify it between 1 and 25. So it's pretty surprising, because like level chief hold, as I was saying, chief hold that are under 14 can't migrate. So if you guys want to test it out, feel free to. I honestly don't really intend on trying to figure out if like it would trigger a bug or whatever. I'm not there to to try and fix all their bugs. So they told me you could modify it between 1 and 25. So go ahead, try it out yourself. Feel free to comment under this video if you have tried some stuff and it worked or it didn't work or whatever. For my region, it's set up to 25. I might lower it later on, but yep. And then you got the immigrants whose power higher than this rank need approval. Mine is set up to 150. You can't go under that, so you can't like ask approval for people with, like, you can't enter like for 200. If you want people that whose power is higher than 200th rank, you can do that. 150 is the max, and the minimal is 10, top 10. Okay, so here is for that. Then you got a bit of information, like the level of the chief hold required for immigration can be modified solely by the paramount chief and cannot be lower than the default threshold. So I think that I'm gonna test it out right now. Okay, confirm. Oh yeah. So they were not lying. So they told me it was possible to modify it between 1 and 25, but you can't go under the minimal, like the default requirement. So if your region is very old, my bad, no H. If the region is very old, you won't be able to go under level 25. I will send a mail to the developers right now to ask if it's normal or not. But with what is written right here, it seems like it is normal, but then it doesn't fall in line with what they told me. So yeah, whatever. So yeah, for my region it's 25. If your region is not as old, it will be lower, but you will be able to increase it if you want to. The only thing that you have to understand for now is that you can go under the default level. Then you got the default level. Yeah, the default level varies depending on the duration of the region's existence, and currently the highest level the paramount chief can set is 25. So you got all the information. I'm just very surprised because like this is not what they told me, so I don't know if it's a mistake in the translation. Maybe they didn't understand because of the language barrier or whatever, but it seems to fall in line with what is available as information in the game. So here you go. And once you're there are other few options. So you got the little setting right there. If you click in there, you can select all, like you will see right here, the application of the people. You can select all to approve them all, or select all to deny them all, or you can just select one. Like there will be little box right there. You select them and you click on approve or deny or whatever you want to do. And if like you have a lot of application and you want to find a specific people, you just have to type his name and then you would go for it. So let's say Gilgamesh is trying to join the region and I want to accept him. I just search for his name and it will be displayed. And here is the most important question that like everyone asks for: migrant spot left. So right now it just displays loads of spots, and we don't actually have a number, and there is like nothing, like there's no information regarding that anywhere. We can even go to like settings, game intro, and then we got information about like all events like Atlantis War. There is a tutorial events. There is a tutorial for all the events. And in Ants Underground, I told you guys that there was like a tutorial for migration right here. So I don't know if the tutorial will like pop up on the actual day or not. But one thing is for sure, we don't have the information, and the developers didn't communicate the number to me either. So yeah, we don't know how many spots a region can, like how many migrants a region can accept. We don't know if, like, on my Discord someone asked like, do pending application count towards the migration cap? Like, if including pending apps, the region is filled, can people who don't need approval still migrate and skip over the pending? Which is pretty interesting, but sadly, we don't have any information. Developers didn't want to communicate it. They said that we will see when the feature is released. They basically played them with me. Like when I was talking with them, they were like, "We don't know, we don't understand. Like whatever, you will just figure it out when it's open. We don't want to disclose the information." So I guess we will discover on the actual day. I'm sorry that I couldn't get the information for you guys. I honestly think that they should give us such information, because like a lot of players are moving with their old clans or a lot of friends, and what if like they can their friends can move and then they are stuck because the spots are all taken. Like this is just all full system, so they should actually give us numbers, and or yeah, they should do something. We like so many information, like the settings right here. How could we have known that the max is 150 without testing it out? Why are we forced to take on 𝐒𝐔𝐁𝐒𝐂 25? Like, why couldn't we take on like new players that are interesting in growing right here? Like a lot of stuff doesn't make sense. Like this actually makes sense as it's explained right here. Okay, but why put up such a restriction? It doesn't make sense in itself. And with the explanation that they gave me, I was supposed to be able to change it between 1 and 25, and obviously it's not possible, and it's explained right here. But yeah, so a lot of stuff is not clear and wasn't clear, so I hope that I cleared some of these. Obviously, I'm sure that some people will still have questions, because even myself, I do have questions. Like the number of spots and stuff like that, and why can't we go lower, and why was I supposed to change between 1 and 25 and now I can't, and why was it 1 and not 14? Like a lot of informations are missing, and I really think that developers should really step up their game in terms of communication, because yeah, I mean, eventually after this migration we will have some more information, but why not just give the information to people so they can, like, as I was saying with the number of spots, it could really ruin some people gaming experience, like to be cut off like that and not be able to play with their friends just because developers didn't want or just forgot to give information on the numbers of spots. Like, there are information that are not necessary, but these are really important in my opinion. So developers should really improve regarding their communication, and I think that will be like the conclusion of this video. And yeah, so if you still have questions, I think I've covered everything that I knew. If you still have questions, like the min max right here, 150, and what does it actually do, because even this wasn't necessarily clear, because like if you click on lot of spots, there's an information button, and right here it tells you that chiefs with greater power than the 10th ranked player in the region require approval from the paramount chief before migration. And this pop-up doesn't even change. Like I changed it to 115 and 50, my bad, and it doesn't change the value right here. So it's just a general information button, but then it's also pretty misleading, because then you got the possibility to change it right here, and it doesn't change on the pop-up. And so yeah, a lot of stuff are very misleading, a lot of information are lacking, and yeah, I think that they should have communicate on the feature much better. Just the simple fact that they added the migration token right here on the shop without even telling people about it, neither in the patch notes or in anything. Like, for a few weeks people were completely lost, and I absolutely no idea what was going on, and were trying to figure out how they could use the TP and stuff like that. So big communication issue on that end, on their end. So yeah, anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, that I answered some of your question. Again, I'm sorry that I couldn't figure it all out. Like, I couldn't get all the information we would have wanted to get, but yeah, see you guys, and catch me in the comments or on Discord. Thank you for your support.